Hello, it's he. What's up? I don't know. I have to give y'all some sense of some form of laughter or something, girl. Because after this, this year is off to a shitty start. Do you hear what I'm saying? This year is off to a horrible, horrible start. We need to just rewind this shit and do this shit over. How can someone? Aw. I was like, you look so good. Thank you. What's up? Sorry, I felt like bullshit. Honestly, I don't have shit to talk about. It just felt like bullshit, y'all. Honestly, there is a lot of shit to talk about. I was working on a video. Honestly, as soon as hey, what's up, babies? As soon as I get off of live, I will be putting. Honestly, the girls on Patreon already seen it. I don't know what to tell you, girls. I'm telling you, patreon.com/ATL. The girls on Patreon have already seen it, but as soon as I get off of live, I'll be putting up a video because I did one on the whole thing surrounding Ari Lennox and just the anti-Black bullshit that's coming out. It loves to jump out. Every time Beyonce posts a picture of Blue Ivy. So I just wrapped all of those things in one, and I ended up talking about it in a video. Hey, what's up? So, yeah, I hope that you will enjoy it, but also spread it around because it's so unfortunate when like our Black asses are the ones who internalize it, of course, because of society, but internalize anti-Blackness and just insult each other with it. And I also think, even though this is not the video, but I think that we have a lot to unlearn. And there's certain things that I used to say and certain things that I used to do that were anti-Black as hell. You know what I mean? And I may not have realized or I didn't understand what it was and shit. So the more we can unpack this bullshit, the better off we are, you know? And that's the whole gist of the video that you will be seeing a little bit later. So I hope you enjoy it. Of course, yeah, I'm gonna talk about it, even though like these are the topics that I usually try to keep for my podcast episodes, because there's more freedom there for me to just speak my mind. Especially these topics are not fun topics for YouTube. Like they don't like that shit at all. They be quick to flag my shit, but I need to talk about it. You know what I mean? So that's why I save a lot of topics like this. It's heavy Iran topic for the podcast and shit. But it's just podcast gonna release on Tuesday. I wanted to talk about it. But yeah, just check out my Patreon if you're interested in that. Patreon.com/ATL. Let's talk about this. For the first thing, I'm gonna be very honest. I'm always honest about this shit. I don't know a whole lot about foreign policy. I really don't. I don't know a whole lot about the intricacies of the relationships that each of these foreign countries have with each other. But what I do know is that whatever Trump just did, the assassination not only of Qasem Soleimani, he's a top Iranian commander, and he did this at the Baghdad airport. He also killed other. When I was doing research, they said it's almost like he assassinated like a VP or some shit, like a very high level political, what you call it? I want to say official, I guess, like just extremely high level, right? So the reaction online has been very interesting, and I think that I said this on Twitter recently. I said, y'all, speaking to Americans, like y'all heard "pray for our troops" or "support our troops" one time in elementary school, and y'all haven't done any critical thinking from then on after. Like that's it. Y'all haven't done any critical thinking from there on out. It's just support our troops, pray for our troops, and that's it. America. Like now. The media is going to try that. They have already succeeded in doing it in some media platforms have already tried to like do this good guy versus bad guy type of thing. And oh, he took out. I saw one media platform talking about Trump took out the world's #1 bad guy. I'm like, y'all's understanding of international relations and foreign policy cannot be this elementary. It cannot be this elementary. And like I said, I started this thing out saying I don't know a whole lot about it, but at least I know that we can't just put people down, put countries that good guy versus bad guy. Like, since first of all, America has been involved in so much bullshit and coups and destabilization and strikes and shit. You cannot, girl. America is everything except somebody's good guy. We're gonna be real about the situation. Like, we can't be out here bullshit believing all this bullshit ass propaganda, girl. We really gonna sit here and act like, oh yeah, America's just been completely innocent. Like, we just found, I mean, we've been new, but we found out that, I guess officially with documents, that we've been lied to about all the wars been going on in the fucking Middle East under Obama administration, but all of that shit. So it's just like, we can't sit here and be like, oh, where's the good guy? Like, stop, you know. And I think it just takes a deeper understanding of, or just doing basic research, just looking shit up. You know what I mean? Understanding the parts that we had to play in so many countries, like destabilization and the coups that we backed is ridiculous, craziness. Like, to the point where I'm not even gonna pretend like I know a whole lot about that shit. It is so complicated and complex, and that's why I'm just like, these media platforms are so disingenuous by sitting here and saying, oh well, the good guys, the bad guy. We'll point the finger at the bad guys. It's like, so, and then they try to legitimize their oversimplification of these issues by saying, well, the guy, he killed a bunch of people. He killed a whole lot of people. Like, okay, so did America. You got to come a little harder with this shit. And the whole reason I'm even bringing this up is because I saw, oh, thank you. You look beautiful. You have a certain glow about yourself tonight. Stay blessed. Oh, y'all are so sweet. One of the reasons why I'm even bringing this up is because I saw a whole lot of like jokes and shit. And the reason why, like, there's certain jokes about this that I can do with, like, us avoiding fighting, us avoiding the drafts, us like making sure that the Iranians, the citizens in Iran understand that a lot of the citizens in America think this war bullshit is so tired and over, and just like those types of jokes I understand. But like, when people talk about, when the jokes venture off into something different, we have to remember that before any attacks touch the soil of the United States, the people overseas, not only have they been constantly dealing with a bunch of bullshit, attacks, trauma, death and blood in their backyards, in their homes. You know what I mean? Before any of that touches the soil in the United States, it's going to completely rock the nations overseas. It's going to completely destroy people's ways of life, or just make worse the situations they already are living in. And I think that's what we have to remember before we start retweeting and making these tone deaf ass jokes. Like, okay, it's going to be the same thing that happened. You remember? I can't even remember specifically. My goodness, the what it was. I think it was, I cannot remember. It was a bunch of rockets that were being sent over. It was a bunch of shit that was happening overseas. It was a bunch of, I don't know if it happened this year or the year before, but a lot of the clips from those attacks went viral on social media, and then you had everybody freaking out, all the Americans freaking out. Oh my God, what's gonna happen to me? All these attacks and shit going on overseas. What's gonna happen to me? Oh, poor me. And then in the next 2 weeks, we didn't hear shit else about it. And that's exactly what's gonna happen in this scenario if the only thing that's gonna happen is more escalation overseas. Are we just, more bombs and shit going on in a place that we don't even know or we're not really too much caring about. And then that's the type of that's the type of rhetoric that we have to be like really careful when it comes to these jokes. It's like, sis, you're gonna be making jokes and memes about the shit for 2 weeks or 1 week, and then America's just gonna go back to bombing and ruin and just destroying shit like they always do. And we'll be sitting here in our homes and shit, going to work and shit. It's really, I don't know. As I get to know more, as I get to learn more shit, and I'm aware of more shit, and I'm coming into contact online with people who are from different countries, and I see the effects that these idiots in the White House have on the environments and the economies and the lives of other people, you start to be like, okay, girl, this shit, like, this shit is, you know what I mean? And because of how America has built itself up and bullied people and taken resources and shit, we are less likely to be on the receiving end of the same amount of just firepower and destruction and bombing and disruption as other people are who are overseas like this. So I just think that we have to be very careful careful on how we approach talking about these situations. It's crazy though. It's crazy. And someone said on Twitter, like, the millions of lives, people have to, just so much destruction coming from disagreement with like 6 niggas, like, you know what I mean, like 6 people at the top, a couple people at the top in two different countries or 10 different countries have so much power over the lives of civilians, and it's just, I don't know, it's so unjust. It's so unjust. And I don't know, the only type of negotiation and wars and shit and shit like that I like to see is in Game of Thrones. Keep that shit in the fantasy world. Like, I just, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But I just saw all of it's interesting to see the jokes and shit coming from the side of the Americans, and then to see some Americans being aware of it, but for the most part, a lot of other people who are overseas, and just seeing the I don't want to say juxtaposition, but seeing the difference. It's like night and day. Like, Americans is joking about that shit, and people who are overseas, they're like, this is my family, my loved ones, my life, my job, my house, my life. You know what I mean? It's just, and then when you see that, I don't know. I guess I'm glad. I guess I'd like. I don't know. It's interesting to see. When you see that, you get to see how you can even look back in time, and based off of just how people react to the same types of things, you can see how history was written. You can see the reasons why history was written the way it was, and then you can make some inferences on how it's going to end up being written based off of the reactions that people give right now. I don't know. Maybe that's really deep. Ms. Christine said a bunch of people suffering because of rich men can't chill their egos. That's exactly true. And also, what it's literally pulling from House of Cards, or I guess House of Cards pulling from how the government has always been running. If you want to distract somebody, if you want to take the attention away from certain things, like the fact that apparently there was an FBI whistleblower that found there's more reporting that needs to be done on this, but apparently an FBI whistleblower found that basically Donald Trump's loans have been backed by a state-owned Russian bank and shit. So it's like, if you want to distract that, if you want to distract people from impeachment, if you want to raise your approval ratings and your base, who is just not really thinking critically about foreign policy or anything like that, they're not thinking about the repercussions that shit will have on not only their lives, but the lives of people. Well, they don't care about brown people anyway, but the lives of citizens there. If you want to just rile their asses up, oh, America, drop a bomb on the motherfucker, and that's just it, girl. We don't have to think about anything else but America. And it's just like, as you're taking your dumb ass out of the Iran deal and shit, as you're fucking isolating yourself as a fucking nation. I mean, isn't China and Russia, girl, I don't even want to go into that shit, but I heard China and Russia over there fucking around with Iran and shit. So I'm just like, as you're blocking your ass off into this corner as a nation, and America first, America gonna be last us. America gonna be last of us. So I don't know. There's this. I was reading threads and shit, or reading online. There's this kind of notion, the stereotypical view of the Middle East, and just I guess there's a stereotype that would you consider, spoiler? Phil Richard review. I'd love to hear what you think about. Oh, I will consider that. I really will. I will probably be on Patreon, but I will consider that. Yeah. So there's this view. There's this stereotypical view that everybody in the Middle East is disjointed and there's nothing but chaos. Nobody got their shit together. They can't fight us. They're not united. And the difference is that Iran is completely united. It's a diverse ass economy. They're a different type of. They're a different country, obviously, right? So whereas the United States made it kind of showed its dominance in some of these wars with its aircraft carriers and shit like that. With some of these other countries like Afghanistan and other shit. When it comes to Iran, they got submarines, sus. They got submarines. They apparently had access to who was it who invented the unmanned drone strikes? Or not drone strikes, drones. They've been using that technology for longer than the United States has. So it's just like, this arrogance is really gonna fuck some people up. This arrogance is gonna fuck some people up. So it is like I guess I'll refer back to the first thing, the tweet that I was talking about. Like it just be a handful of motherfuckers that have so much control over the economy and wars and shit. It's just get his ass out of there. And there are people who are saying that, girl, the same shit would have happened with Hillary and shit. And I'm not doubting that. I'm not saying that Trump is the cause for every single issue that we have. It is a culture in America. It's you know what I mean? It's not Trump that is at fault. It's just that he has poured gasoline on an already raging fire. So I'm not gonna say that Trump is to blame for all the shit, but goddamn, get his ass out of there. You know what I mean? Like shit, goddamn it, get his ass out of there. I'd like, please, goodness. But yeah, even if he don't get reelected, the next Democratic president got to deal with this shit too. Yeah, and it's just like the fallout from this shit is ridiculous. I mean, allies, even who was it? I mean, they were just like, girl, what are you? People were calling for motherfuckers to exercise restraint. And then the propaganda machine is in full effect. Mike Pompeo, dumbass, got his ass up there talking. And then they were saying, well, girl, they were going to carry out a whole bunch of attacks and shit. They don't talk about the specifics. Congress is over there asking what the fuck's going on. Congress wants to be briefed on this shit. Don't nobody know shit. It's just a shit show. That's this. And somebody who wants to be reelected, and he knows that if he bombs a couple motherfuckers, it's just gonna get people excited. That's it. Here in Europe, because of their strikes, Europe is fucked up. Yeah, warmongers. It's people with small ass egos. But let's talk. Jamal Williams, it's not much. Shit, it's much to me. Like coming out your pocket in any way is much. I appreciate that. But I love your perspective. Thanks for your time and dedication. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. So I want to move. Let's just move on, girl, because I could talk about this shit for 10 hours. This is really quick. Breaking news. The the United Methodist Church will split into more than one denomination, allowing for same-sex marriage and LGBTQ clergy for the first time in history. And God, how do I say this? I'll just say this and move on because y'all already know. I just I think it's so interesting how desperate organized religion has to, like, how they really have to break up into different denominations, act like certain things weren't written in their holy book to get motherfuckers interested in their shit. It's just interesting the backflips and tricks and turns that a lot of organized religions have to do in order to keep up with the world, like life, normal life, in order to get people in their doors. It's just like, oh well, we hate facts. No, we don't hate facts. Well, we'll let y'all do. We'll let y'all in the church. Well, my faggots can't really do shit. Well, faggots can't be on the pulpit. Well, maybe they can. Let's split up. It's just like, girl, y'all ain't tired of that shit. I don't know. I know I am. I'm trying to move to not be shading motherfuckers are organized religion so much and just keep that shit to myself. But I just think it's so interesting how many backflips and tricks and turns and they got to do to keep up with the secular motherfuckers. Like it's just it's written in there. It's just like, what do you? I don't know. But that's one thing. Oh my God, it's progress. Yeah, it is progress. I just think it's. Oh, thank you, Kathleen. It's progress. I just think that the foundation that shit has been built on is gonna be eternally warped, in my opinion. But that's it. We move along. All right. Let me get this Tyler Perry shit out the way. I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. I want to hear what you all have to say about this Tyler Perry thing. Okay. So Tyler Perry is apparently coming out with this thing. I mean, Netflix released it released a trailer for it, right, on social media. It's called A Fall from Grace, and in my description, I literally said, just guess the plot. And if you just do if you do any thinking at all, you can guess the plot that is going to be taking place in this video, right? I mean, in this movie, right? So it's called A Fall from Grace. About this girl Grace. She going through a hard time, hard time. Down on my love, back against. She's just going through a hard time. She find this man, and she's an older woman, and Jesus, thank y'all. Today, thank you. 2814 love. And she find this younger man, and he came in there, he stole all her identity. She's just going through it. Now, I want to hear what you all have to say about it, because y'all already know I think about some of it. Like, I'm very, very, I don't want to, how do I say it? Conflicted about Tyler Perry, because he obviously has opened a lot of doors for a lot of actors, and he hires black talent, and he's opened up this huge studio. He's trying to make sure people get employed. So that part is awesome, right? But it annoys me so much that black women can't catch no goddamn break in his movies. At this point, thank you, Kathleen. Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many more innovative stories to be told. I want Tyler. Please. I don't know what to. I think that he would be. And now, granted, this is just from watching the trailer, right? This is just from watching the trailer, so I can't act like I watched the movie, and you know what I mean. This is just my assumptions based off of the trailer. But it seems like it's giving me very much the same old. And if you find something that works, that's fine. But because everyone does that, like if they find something that works, they ain't gonna leave that shit. But I just think that there's so much potential. I guess that's what I hate seeing, wasted potential. Like there's so much potential for more innovative, more I don't know. It's just a wider lens of perspective on the black experience. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's just like he's so rich that I feel like damn, you could be doing something. And these wigs you got in these trailers in these movies, it's not adding up. Cause like if I had a whole $1 billion ass studio, I'm not gonna like. I guess that's what it is. I'm struggling to understand how he can have access to so much and be giving us so little. There we go. That's it. And some people might say you too hard on him. Y'all need to stop downing this black man. He's out here working. He's doing what he needs to do. He's giving back to his community. He's opening doors, and that is true. That's true, and that is the reason why I wish that he would diversify the shit he's talking about. There's so much more. There's so much more room for this shit. Did he already talk about the blue Ari Lennox? Hey Adrian, please run Patreon and you. Yes, I know. I need to watch it. I'm gonna end up watching it because y'all keep talking about it. You give praise where it's true, but constructive criticism is imperative. Tyler been writing the same story for years. And that's what I'm saying. And, you know, there's so many more. There's so many black creatives. So many black creatives out there. I hope that he, y'all remember that black woman put up, I forget her name. She was this beautiful black woman who put up herself on a billboard. And her contact information on a billboard and told Tyler Perry to contact her. And Tyler Perry ended up seeing that shit and he posted it. And he was just like, girl, don't do this shit. Like, y'all don't need to be doing this shit. Honestly, I guess that's because we're different people. If I saw someone do that shit and I was like some super famous ass, rich ass celebrity, someone put their ass on a billboard and told me to contact them, I'm contacting them. The fuck? You mean to tell me you bought a space for a billboard, put your fucking name on that shit and contact information? Girl, you are an innovative ass queen. I want you on my team, period. That's it. Like, so I hope that's not the attitude that he has with other creators. Cause I'm like, you get some fresh eyes on your shit, Tyler. It might open up some new avenues. So please, please, girl, please. I want you to do better, girl. I want to be, and that's the thing. Like, people think that we drag him up. No, like, imagine being excited to see a movie from a black like media mogul who has his own studio. I want to be excited to see it. But I can't, girl. Y'all saw Julian Castro ended his he ended his presidential bid, girl. He ended his presidential campaign. He was just like, sis, apparently he didn't have the money and he didn't, well, that sounds like, he didn't have the financial resources. That's what they said, when he ain't had the money, girl. And he did not have the polls, I guess. So he just essentially dropped out in order, not in order. When he made his announcement that he was dropping out, he brought attention to one of the issues that have been kind of making their way to the forefront when it comes to this presidential election and candidacy and all this shit and campaigns. He brought up the fact that basically Iowa is too white to be over there starting caucuses and shit. And it's just like, it's starting with Iowa. It's just he brought attention to the way that we do our democratic processes and elections and all this shit and campaigning. And he said, girl, we need to change that shit. So I wonder what if this conversation will be taken seriously in the future. I also wonder, as these candidates are dropping out, like who they plan on endorsing and all that. Because I think Julian Castro would be, he would be a good asset to whoever he endorses. So I don't know, the race is getting a little bit tighter. It's getting a little bit tighter. Catch Me Outside and Adrian Brunner? No, ma'am. I have not. What happened with that? And while we speak about black men, DaBaby has been he's been arrested, I think, in Miami. something happened. Apparently, a promoter owed him like $30,000, and he only got $20,000 of that shit. And this is just what I'm reading. I don't know how confirmed it is, but he stole like $80 from the promoter and like tried to steal his phone, stole his phone too, and poured apple juice on him. And the police came and got his ass on. Some people were just like, oh God, like DaBaby, you need to go. And instead of like smacking his ass and pouring apple juice on him and stealing his phone and $80 from him, you should have just gone and sued and shit. I'm just like, yeah, that's true. You're right. He should have gone about that shit the right way. But I'm just like, damn, $10,000. I don't know what I would do, girl. 10 racks? You mean to tell me you owe me 10 racks? I'm supposed to just, I don't know, girl. Some people got different reactions. Some people handle their shit differently. You know? Can you imagine somebody owe you $10,000? DaBaby said, bitch, I'm gonna get at least 80 of the motherfuckers. He sold 80. He said 80 plus how much the iPhone is worth. He said, bitch, maybe I could get a stack out this iPhone. Ah! Wait. He hopped into her DMs and she posted about it, and he said he didn't know she was underage. Girl! Motherfucker was all up in her DMs. Me said, listen to me, girl. Listen to me. Let me look at this motherfucker. That shit is funny to me. I didn't know. I didn't see this shit. Oh, it just happened. Oh, that's why I didn't see that shit. I've been working all damn the damn video, girl. Let me see, girl. Bad baby exposes Asian woman. Let me tell you something. Hold on. She's 16 years old. Text me, crazy girl. Let me see. Ooh, this shit is nasty. Anyway, I can tell you right now. I bet you there's so much bullshit like that going on in the industry. I can tell you right now that there's so much. That's what I wanted to say. I mean, what should we expect now? You know, anytime I see Catch Me Outside, anytime I hear news about Catch Me Outside, I'm just like, this is really who a lot. I won't say a lot. Some of the Black community. There we go. Some of the Black community, but specifically some Black men are gassing. These are the type of motherfuckers that some Black men are gassing while shitting on Ari Lennox. You know what I mean? While shitting on, it's just the mind games that these motherfuckers got to play with themselves in order to legitimize that shit. These are the types of motherfuckers they gassing while leaving our Black women out to dry. Don't you hate to see that? I hate to see that shit. Adrian, did you talk about Trump starting World War III? Yeah, or did I miss it? Yeah, I talked about it in the very beginning of this. I knew I'd talk about it for a long time, but I don't want to give it too much. But yes, girl, that is ridiculous. Let me tell you something. When you wake up and World War III is trending, don't you just want to just leave the planet? Don't you just want to take your ass up? My hair is everything. Don't you want to just? We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the skies. Little imperialists. I hate it. Like, to get these little imperialists out of here. I want to go on a fucking trip. Thank you, we dreamed of. I want to go on a trip in my favorite rocket ship, zooming through the skies to avoid these little imperialists. That's what I want to do. Okay, I want to take my ass on over to girl. Dr. Manhattan had it right. He said, "Fuck Mars. I'm going to Europa." Okay, more distance away from this trash ass planet y'all call Earth. It's tired. Humans want to go to different planets and different galaxies and shit. Stay your ass on this shitty ass globe and just pass on the way here. Destroy yourself like y'all always do. Have some global warming, take y'all ass out, or maybe pollution, whatever it is. Keep the plague that y'all are right on this motherfucking planet. And that's it. That's it. I don't know what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to be doing all types of beep, beep, boop, boop. Talking to the extraterrestrials so that they can take my ass And my army, we're leaving. We're getting out of here. I'm telling you right now. Like you wake up and World War III trending. What the fuck's gonna be trending tomorrow? I hate it. Aliens. Aliens don't even want us though. Why would you? They took one look at it, and there's so many videos on YouTube and so many articles written. Why haven't aliens visited us yet? Especially because they feel like if they were created in a different part of the universe or the galaxy, that they would be more technologically advanced than our asses. So it means that they would be able to just zoom around and visit us. Why haven't they came and see us, girl? Because we're trash. If you're a higher organism, you want to bend down and go look at an anthill? Girl, bye. Why would you want to do that shit, girl? Let their ass do what they doing over there. Let them roaches do what they doing. I don't know what they got going on over there, but they don't want to see it. They literally roll their windows up to their UFOs every time they drive by our ass, girl. They don't even want to smell our ass, girl. Oh, let me hear it. Did you? They don't want to come close to us. Why haven't they visited us? Bitch, would you visit? Can you imagine they got universal health care on the whole planet and they come over here and they stub their toe and they can't even see nobody? Bitch, why would they come here? Girl, I would be so mad girl, I'm telling you right now. That's why I'm like, okay, I don't even know how I got on this planet in the first place, but I'm telling you, if I have to do this shit again, it better not be a repeat of this shit. Y'all better wake me up. Wake me up in another solar system because this one is trash. Wait, you heard what I said? Wake me up. I'm gonna need the Mandalorian period to come and save me. That's it. Wake me up in another solar system. I'm not doing it again. Y'all, I don't know where y'all got to put me. I don't know how many parsecs away you gotta have me. But this is old news. This is dead. This is tired. Okay. But anyway, I hope I was able to bring you some laughter and joy after all this bullshit that went on social media and in the world and shit. Because I definitely needed to see y'all today because it's too much. But yeah, I love y'all so much. I'm gonna go and eat something since my ass hasn't since lunch, and I've been working and editing some shit for y'all. So yeah, keep your eye on the channel because I will be releasing a video as soon as we are wrapping up here. Oh shit. Oh, Coachella, girl, because I'm hungry. I love y'all. What I gotta say about Coachella? Let me see. Hold on. I'm really hungry. Megan Thee Stallion! Oh shit, Megan Thee Stallion. Yes, a city girl's gonna be up there. Hopefully, hopefully Carisha feel like she want to be up there. Big Bang up there. What's the tea, girl? It's actually a lot of our faith. That's why I wanted to talk about it. Shit. But I'm really hungry, girl. Yeah, I gotta go. But let me tell you something. It actually is a lot of our faves up there. Ari Lennox is up there. Ooh, Daniel C. Y'all still got Daniel C's up there after he told y'all the black people to cancel him? Okay, girl. Lil Uzi Vert. Lana Del Rey's gonna be up there sleeping for us. I don't know. I always Lana Del Rey gonna be up there just. We love you, Lana. It's so good. I don't know. She gives us very staunch Republican. That's what she gives me. Lil Nas X is finna be up there. Damn, that's a lot of motherfuckers. Okay, Coachella. I won't be in attendance. Brockhampton. Woo. I won't be in attendance because that shit is expensive as fuck. We love to see. I will definitely, Big Sean. I'd love to be watching it on social media with the rest of you guys. I don't know why Doja Cat asked. She was so small on this flyer. I had to look so hard. I was like, damn, Sway Lee bigger than that shit. Anyway, Frank Ocean is going to be here. Not here at Coachella. So hopefully he will have released a goddamn album. We love to see that. Damn, okay, Twins, all these girls up here. So yeah, that's it. That's all I want to say. Is just the fact that a lot of our favorites are going to be at Coachella and my ass is not going to be. You better get a sponsor to fly you out. Yes, girl, I'm finna get one of y'all daddies to fly me out. Woo, love to see that. I don't know. It's just, I feel I don't have no stack to spare like that, especially not to Marion Williamson would have never. It's all about love and peace in this bitch. I'm screaming. Yeah, I don't have no stacks like that to spare, especially not to go stand in no desert for a couple of hours. But it, we love to see it. Anybody who goes, we have fun, have fun. Um, good, more power to you, sis. But yeah, that's it. I'm done running my mouth. I will literally, my brain is about to freeze because I'm fucking hungry. Okay, so I love y'all so much. Watch my channel. Watch on my channel for my latest video that's upcoming and about Blue Ivy, because I know you guys are asking about it. Blue Ivy and Ari Lennox. My video will be coming out pretty soon. But like I said, if you were on Patreon, you would already seen it. I love y'all so much. Good night. Bye, y'all.